you're thinking about someone else. So what are we talking about? Now, this could either happen when you're alone together with your spouse or when you're intimate with them. Anytime alone with your husband or wife, your thoughts are drifting to maybe somebody else you knew. You're constantly imagining a relationship with somebody else. And this stuff is real. Unfortunately, a lot of our shuyukh and imams aren't talking about this problem. But you'll be shocked to know how many couples are suffering from this, where their thoughts and their focus is always on a past life or somebody else they wish to be with. Here's what happens when you think this way. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala snatches away the barakah in your current relationship. Now Allah Azza wa Jal says, وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُمْ مَوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً in Surah Rum, that He placed between the both of you two things, love and mercy. Now this love and mercy, it can't be there if you're thinking about somebody else. So for whatever reason, if those thoughts are there, now if you happen to see an individual from the past, if you were married before and you see your ex somewhere at a function or at a conference and you start thinking, well, what if I was still with him or her? What if we were still married? We would probably had a child by now, but I can't have a child with my current spouse. And you start thinking to yourself, subhanAllah, my life could have been so much better. He treated me better. She was a better wife. She was more obedient. Stop doing this. This is satanic. This is from shaitan. You need to focus on a couple of things. Number one, this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's qadr that you are married to the person you are married today. Number two, our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us to focus on the good qualities that your spouse has, because generally speaking, every single marriage out there, inshallah, will always have more good than bad. Your spouse will always have more good qualities about him or her than the bad ones. And I always say, don't think about what you're losing out with someone else, but rather think about what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala could be protecting you from. You don't know what your life could have been had you married that person you keep thinking about, had you had a life with that individual you keep dreaming about. And then the worst of it all is shaitan allows you to start thinking this way even when you're intimate with your spouse. Now, how dreadful and how devastating is that? So, brothers and sisters, it's really important that you focus on one another. And the way to build this focus, the way to build this concentration with one another, if you like, is to really spend time with each other. Make time for one another. Go out, do things. It doesn't always have to be a lecture. It doesn't always have to be at the masjid. Go out to dinner. Spend time with one another and you'll start to focus on each other. The rest of the world will be a completely blank slate and everything you need is going to be found within each other, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Thinking about other people, as I mentioned to you, it's something from shaitan. One of his traps is he puts faces and images in your mind. You'll start to reminisce and think back, and then all of a sudden shaitan takes it a step further. Then what if that marriage worked out? What if you had a relationship with that person? You had a crush and so. What if you got married? They would have done this for you, given you money, given you a better life. Then shaitan would put a perspective in front of you and say, look at your life today. Look at how you live. Minimum wage jobs. You're barely scraping by. Your husband is taking rights away from you. Your children are troubled kids. They don't behave. They don't listen. All of these things, shaitan will just magnify all of the problems and ignore all of the good qualities in your marriage. Don't allow that to happen. And this way, insha'Allah ta'ala, you can focus on each other and your thoughts and your mind would not linger to anyone else. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put barakah in your mind, put barakah in your way of thinking for one another, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put barakah in the marriage.